We'll edit it later.
What's up? Just got done training my jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
It's the Sean and John show.
Yep.
And all John says is, yeah.
Just warming up. Am I supposed to look into the camera, or like, do I gotta act like I don't know what's going on? I'm trying to play it cool right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to drive straight, you know?
We'll edit this out. Yep, we're in the truck. Rolling down the highway. Talking about jiu-jitsu and shit. Really nervous. So I can't come up with nothing to talk about. We're gonna edit all this out. I already said that like 6 times.
We're not gonna edit nothing.
Alright.
We're just gonna be us.
Okay.
Be real. Keep it real.
Well, I think we should have started this at the beginning of the drive, because we had all kinds of shit to talk about, things to make fun of, people to laugh at. Now, we're just hungry, tired, waiting to get home, with pretty much nothing to talk about except for...
So this is our first podcast. How about we talk about trying to make a podcast?
Yeah.
Or video going out there that we want to do when we drive home from Maui Jiu-Jitsu up in Haiku on Maui. Because it's a long drive for us, you know? So we always talk when we go back about random stuff, you know? Life, Jiu-Jitsu, everything that's going on, how everything incorporates with each other.
Yeah. Pass judgment on people.
This guy be judging people, he racist.
No.
I'm joking. You're like, no, I'm not. Don't be saying that, Sean.
I'm belt racist.
I'm belt racist.
Depending what color belt you are. I don't like white belts. No, I'm just kidding.
Racist.
Yeah. So here we go, half the podcast with us quietly watching the road and the cars pass.
You don't need to watch the road. I need to watch the road. You can look here and start talking. All right. John.
So, premature promotions. I feel like there sometimes is pity promotions. People have been around a long time, super nice, try hard, don't quite have what it takes to get to that next level, but for one reason or another, they're given a pair of shoes to fill that seems like they're never gonna fill. And I've been trying to talk about that, how I feel about that, what you think about that, and what you guys think about that. Should a person be promoted based on those things? On the fact that they've been around a long time, they're super nice, they try hard, they show up, but they just can't quite make it to that next level. And then they make themselves look bad, the rank, the sport, their school, and on a teacher side, on the side of ambulance, on the side of a teacher in a school and a school owner, that puts a certain kind of pressure on that person. Like, what do? I want this student, they're super cool, they show up, they train hard, they're not quite ready. So what do? Keep a 20-year blue belt, or promote them to purple, brown, black, whatever, and let them get smashed, maybe even smashed out of the sport altogether, or the art, I should say. Jiu-jitsu is a martial art, first and foremost. Anyway, that's what I've been contemplating lately. I feel like I'm just rambling, but what do you think about that?
I think it's a touchy subject.
A touchy subject.
Touchy, super touchy. Like, some people don't want to talk about it. You only talk about it, I don't know.
No, you're right,
themselves,
man.
you know, but they don't say anything. I don't know. I think for me, that's why like we were talking about how I don't give, you're like, oh, you don't give yourself enough credit sometimes, and I don't, because I feel like I look at other people that are same belt as me or whatever, and somewhere else, or another black belt that teaches a different way of teaching, or and I see their purples, blues, whatevers, and they're on another level, besides, I don't think, I feel like I'm not there. So I don't, that's why I say, like, nah, I'm not there. I'm not there where I think I should be. So I feel like sometimes I don't want to be promoted because I don't feel like I'm at that level.
Right. And that probably goes towards or closely relates to your personality. Some people might say A-type or alpha or whatever, but as depending on the type of personality you have, you may judge yourself against the absolute very best, the highest level of whatever you do, instead of just the average or the common practitioner. You may be judging yourself against the absolute best of the best, and that's understandable, that you compare yourself to only the best, not just your whole class. Like, say you're not comparing yourself to the average purple belts in your school, you're comparing yourself to the best purple belt and how you match up against them. That's why you can be a little hesitant on feeling comfortable where you are. But on a side note, sorry, this just in, fresh news. Not taboo, but subjects that are touchy and hard to talk about. That's something that's you might want to develop. Pre-promoting, choking out girls that are black belts, things like that. We might want to work on that. This is good here. We're developing taboo subjects in martial arts. Heel hooks.
Oh.
Should we be heel hooking black belts? If a black belt, post your comments below so I can see what you're thinking. But as a purple belt, is it okay to go out there and heel hook the shit out of black belts who don't know anything about it, don't know how to defend themselves? Should you be a black belt versed in the art of heel hooks, foot locks, knee bars, toe holds, or not? I think as a black belt, you should be.
I think you should know it all.
You should,
like you said, you should know the whole body.
Yeah.
Right?
Why ignore half the body, right?
Why ignore half the body? You should know it all, right?
Yeah. There needs to be at least a level of awareness, of understanding. Okay, maybe you're not a master of it, but you need to know it. You need to know how to defend it, prevent it, stay away from it.
Or do you get mad when somebody slaps one on you?
Yeah.
Should you get mad if you're that high of a belt?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
How to deal. That's like dealing with people in everyday life, like somebody's gonna throw something at you, you're not gonna like it, but you're gonna need to know how to deal with it.
Right. Things are controversial.
Right.
I like it. That's good stuff. But personally, like you were saying, Sean, I feel like you should be well versed in every aspect of the art. You shouldn't ignore any one aspect of it, regardless of how you feel about it personally. If you feel like you're a very old school traditional practitioner and you don't think that you should train heel hooks and toe holds because they're dangerous, you could be hurt, they're highly prone to injury, I still think you should know about it. You should know how to defend it, be aware of it, stay away from it. Of course, there's always, like, before you start rolling with somebody, hey, listen, I'm not trying to fuck with this, I'm not trying to fuck with that. But there's going to be times where you don't get to discuss that shit. You don't get to talk about it. You just got to know what you're doing. So, if you're a black belt, start fucking with the legs. Oh, I shouldn't cuss so much.
It's okay, man.
There might be kids listening out there. I'm sorry, church.
It's okay. But, yeah.
iTunes and YouTube and Google Play are going to pick this up. SoundCloud, iCloud, whatever, they're not going to pick this up.
Everybody's going to pick this up.
Not if I'm cussing, though. We have to edit.
What are you talking about?
We'll edit that out, right?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Hogan.
Joe Hogan.
Joe Hogan.
Joe Hogan. He swears all the time.
Does he?
Yeah. Hey, it's freedom of speech, right, Joe? Tell us. You help us out here.
Yeah, and freedom of speech and freedom of not picking up your podcast because you're a sloppy bastard and you cuss too much, or you talk about drugs and alcohol.
You talk about anything. Everybody has something to talk about and want to listen in, and has the same feeling about what we're trying to say sometimes, you know. So
yeah, should we? And then you know what? Should you play nice with a girl who has a higher rank than you, just because you're physically more, physically stronger? You're more able to just smash and crush the person, or should you play nice and turn the level down a little bit? What do you think? Like, listen,
it depends
let me
on,
give you an example.
So like for me, if I look at the person and I can tell when they look at me, and if they're like, oh, kind of like questioning me, like, oh, we never rolled before, so, you know, then I'll be like, oh, no worries, we can play, we can roll, we can, you know, and then I turn it down. I'm not gonna obviously try and hurt someone who's.
Well, it's not hurt somebody,
Yeah,
but let's
like
just say
when
demoralize.
Well, yeah, demoralize or hurt them emotionally, yeah. Anything, physically and emotionally. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just flow rolling.
No,
That's all
sure,
I wanna do.
I understand all that. You know, in the school, being teammates. My question is this, though. You know, like jiu-jitsu is made for the smaller man to be able to defeat the larger man, right? But what about when the larger man also knows jiu-jitsu? Jiu-jitsu is becoming very common. Everybody practices out there. Everybody's training these days. It's getting bigger and bigger. It's like the fastest growing sport. What they say. It's what my my analysis has came up with. So, if you both know jiu-jitsu, but you're bigger and stronger, is it cool to put the athleticism and strength into it? And be like, fuck you, wow. You know, or should you be like, all right, I'm gonna tone it down physically to this person's level, but technically, we'll push the pace.
Yeah.
Is that the proper etiquette?
That's proper etiquette, but if the person's being an ass, then what? Then you turn it up, right?
Drop the hammer.
Yeah. Put them in their place, right? Like, they want to get nuts. You kind of have to learn how to deal with that and kind of get nuts too, right?
Yeah. Hey, Sean.
Yes.
You ever seen a lesbian boner?
No. Oh, bro. All right. On that note, we're gonna end this. Let us know what you think. Our first video. All right. Aloha.